A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today, we are going to talk about the affliction of Mars in medical astrology. But before that, a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube and Spotify channels and writing in your suggestions and your comments there. If you haven't, then please do so that you can we can send you the updates ASAP. So, what is Mars? Mars is said to be the energy quotient of the chart. It gives us energy, it represents blood, which is a very important, essential part of our being, because without the blood, there's no circulation and so on and so forth. So it represents the energy in our body. In medical astrology also, Mars represents the blood. And in affliction by other planets, this Mars can create a lot of problems of the blood, like blood cancer. It can create low BP. It can also create high BP. How does the low BP and high BP happen? When the Mars is strong and afflicted, as well as a combination, in combination, be it an aspect, conjunction, in the nakshatra exchange, sign, etc., then this Mars gives rise to a high BP. Whereas when this Mars is weak, and as I said above, all the combinations and permutations work with moon, then a low BP can be seen. Apart from that, the diseases of the blood, like the menstrual cycle issues in women, in fact, it has been noted and very well documented in the Sri Jatakam that the menstrual cycle of the ladies are very much closely related with the transit of Mars and Moon. But that we are going to do it in some other episode. But before that, as I said, we must be very careful as to where Mars is aspecting. If that place shows a lot of affliction, then for sure that area of the body can have certain issues relating to the blood. Now, wounds and cuts in that area of the body is also a possibility. Why is it so? Because that area can show a lot of blood loss, because wounds, cuts, blood loss all comes again under the afflicted area of Mars. Just so that we are clear, here it can relate to the house, it can also relate to the sign. For example, if I take up Hrithik Roshan's chart, Hrithik Roshan is a very famous Indian actor. Now, when we look at its chart, we say the sixth lord in the sixth house, it is great. Obviously, it gives a lot of Vipreet Raj Yoga. But coming in terms with the medical astrology, sixth lord in sixth house becomes very strong and can give medical issues, especially since this Mars is in the sign of Aries and also aspects the Lagna. So the head in the natural Kundali as well as the head in the Lagna, both are afflicted. And what does it show? It shows head injuries. So there was a clot represented by Mars found in his head, which was removed by surgery. Let's not forget the sign of Aries is also being aspected by Rahu from the second house, which is a Maraka house. So here we can well say how the blood, how the sign as well as the Lagna, both of them play an important role when we talk about diseases. Let's move on further. We also know that Mars represents a person's venereal diseases. Why so? As I said, it is the ruler of the 8th house of the natural zodiac. So it can give you venereal diseases, and it can also give people epilepsy. It can give sore eyes. We find that people have blood red eyes. That is because of too much of heat in the body, which needs to be dissipated. Again, loss of energy can be seen. All those problems arising from ulcer, pancreatic juices, bile, etc., can be well attributed to this Mars. One of the charts that I very often take is the chart of Albert Einstein. In Albert Einstein's chart, as we all know, it's a Gemini Lagna. And for the Gemini Lagna people, how do we see that? We see that Mars is the lord of the sixth and it is also the lord of the 11th. In terms of health, both these houses are not set to give good results. What more, Mars ends up sitting in the eighth house. This eighth house is the house of our health. It is the house of our um, uh, long term illness, and it is because it's also on the Rahu Ketu axis. It is a well known documented fact that Einstein had long term diseases. In John F. Kennedy's chart, you see that Mars happens to be the third and eighth lord. Again, a very strong Mars present in the eighth house with the Lagna lord Mercury. So, again, if you go to Wikipedia, if you read information about him, you will find that he had the irritation bowel syndrome, which is due to a lot of acidity and other such factors in the body. Mars is said to give rise to a lot of heat in the body, which can result in a lot of digestive issues, as I said, like ulcer, piles, lot of problems. So it's very important to control our Mars. Mars, as is been stated in Ayurvedic texts, in the olden texts, and also a lot of modern astrologers now move into Ayurveda and say that it is ruled by Pitta, the component which is also known as bile or acid. So to reduce inflammation in the body, we should, and that body part especially where Mars is sitting or aspecting, we need to take proper care by proper hydration of the body and by taking good rest, not overheating the body. Many times we find people exercising to a beyond a limit that can also give rise to a lot of heat in your body. So you need to be a lot careful when you're dealing with such a strong Mars. Till we meet with you again, stay safe.
Please hit the bell
Thank you.
icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.